Hi everyone, Dr. Anita Carroll here, and I'm here to give you a quick reminder that this can be a difficult time for people who are hard of hearing. Most of us don't realize how difficult this can be and don't even think about that it may be harder for someone to hear during this stressful time. But I want to give a shout out to the people who are hard of hearing and just let them know that we know they're struggling, and to make it a little more aware to other people how hard it is for them to cope with this. So there's many reasons why it's harder to hear now. Here's two main ones. Number one, social distancing. That may seem very obvious, but a lot of people, when they're hard of hearing, they need to get closer together, not farther apart. So a couple things you can do with the social distancing. You want to make sure you face the person you're talking with. So what you want to avoid is you want to avoid the walk and talk. You want to turn and stop and face the person that you're talking to, and make sure that your voice is headed to their direction, that your voice is going towards them instead of in front of you. Lots of times when people walk side by side, their voice is going in front of them and the person beside them are unable to hear. This is going to be especially the case when you have 6 feet social distancing. So please turn and face each other so that they're going to be more likely to receive the sound and then hopefully hear that. So the second thing that can be a problem are the masks. And while this may seem obvious, a lot of people just simply don't think about that. So the problem with the mask is obvious that it's covering your face. But the facial expressions are very important for people to use to fill in the missing blanks. And so when you're missing the facial expressions, when you're missing some of the speech sounds, the visual cues of the speech sounds, that also helps them fill in the missing word. So you're missing that information. The other part of the mask is that the mask actually acts as a barrier, so it muffles and distorts those sounds that are coming out of your mouth because it's right in front of your mouth and it can't go any further. So while the sounds may be louder, as you speak louder, it may get louder, it's not going to be clearer. So it's real important for you to verify that they actually heard what you think they heard. So confirm it, have them repeat it back to you just to make sure. A couple things you can do while you're speaking under a mask is speak slower and shorter sentences and speak with a little more volume. Now that's not going to make it clearer, but it might make it a little easier for them to make sense out of what you hear. So those are two things that are really important during this time with the coronavirus. The third thing applies to everyone. It's a high anxiety time. Everybody is dealing with a lot of anxiety. But what a lot of people don't realize is that it takes a lot of energy and focus to hear and understand when you have a hearing loss. So when you're anxious, what that does is that decreases your ability to focus and concentrate. That's going to make it more difficult for you to hear and understand. You're not going to have your full attention on what people are saying. And you need it when you have a hearing loss. You need any extra help you can get to fill in the information you're not getting from your hearing. So be more patient, allow for more repetitions, ask for more repetitions, clarify what you said, make sure that, especially in a medical situation, that either the professional or the nurse or the assistant can relay the information to you if you don't understand the person under the mask. It's always helpful to have a friend or an extra sidekick to take notes to make sure you do understand that medical information. If you don't, you need to clarify and make sure you do. Ask that professional to repeat. Ask them to slow down. Ask them to use shorter sentences. Those are all things that can help you in that situation or any situation with a mask. So you've got three things that are working to make things more difficult for your hearing. That's going to make you more stressed. It's going to make you more fatigued. All this is very understandable and very reasonable. and just want to give you a shout out to everyone around you so that they can understand what's going on. So be willing to repeat things more. Another good suggestion would be to summarize things for your friend that's hard of hearing. They may have heard part of it. They may not have heard all of it. They know it's important. They want to hear all the details. So if you can summarize that for them, that would be really crucial for them. And the other part of it is watch out and make sure they are understanding. Sometimes they will just nod their head and say yes. That's not good. Confirm. Even ask them some details and see if they did get the correct information so that they're on the same page. They have the same information that's going to be used in an emergency situation or directive so that they know what the directives are. Okay, so don't hesitate to reach out to me. Any questions you have, you can contact me at our email address, hearingsolutionstriangle@gmail.com. Our phone number is 919-968-7556. And I look forward to hopefully seeing you in person sometime soon. And stay well and be well. And take care, everyone. Bye-bye.